Thank you for staying tuned to the frequency 92.3 Nigeria Info. I am Kalada Korubatabo, and this still is Hard Facts, alright? We're live on Facebook, we are live on YouTube, we're active on X, Nigeria Info, PH is the handle. Alright, okay, so what are we looking at today? Now, yesterday we were talking about, I'm trying to remember what we were talking about, and someone called in on the show and said, now, he doesn't have much contribution, but he had an advice. And that the advice is that we shouldn't be spending so much money on organizing a fun fair for commissioning and flagging off of projects. Now, you would remember that it did not start, in this with this administration or with the past administration. I want to think as far back as Dr. Peter Odili, my memory serves me right. We usually would have these gatherings and people will come, would invite people. I remember, during Odili's time, Obasanjo had come one time, I remember, to commission the gas turbine, right? I remember that one vividly. So they have been times in the history since 1999 where in Rivers State, people, not just Rivers State, maybe in many other states, people are invited. There is a major ceremony. Monies are spent in entertainment or on entertainment. There is the fanfare and all of that. And then it got me thinking, what is the responsibility of government, whether it's local, whether it's the state, or whether it's the federal government? What is the responsibility of government? The responsibility of government is to provide the basic amenities, to provide a stable environment so that you and I can thrive, or so that the people of that locality can thrive, right? So we're talking roads, we're talking electricity, we're talking water supply, we're talking security, education, health. We're talking wonderful policies so that businesses can expand and go beyond the borders, and we're talking growth and development generally. So when someone campaigns and says, vote for me, this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to build XYZ because we don't have XYZ, and this is the reason why we need XYZ, is asking for us to employ him so that he can serve us and take our trust and use our trust to build us the things that we need. And if that is what it is in an ideal situation, the question then is, should we be having a fun fair? Should we be celebrating? Now, I remember in building the number of flyovers that were built during Nyesom Wike's administration, for every time there was going to be a flag off or there was going to be a commissioning, there was a fun fair. So there was the live band, there were the people who were gathered, there were the people who were eventually invited, there were the people who, were brought from outside of the state, and those people were entertained. And then some people would think, with the amount of complaints that we get, and trust me, it's not a River State thing, I'm just thinking commissioning and flagging off, with all the money spent and the complaints that we still have in the country. For instance, if I should open the phone lines and say, give me a good or vivid description of the condition of things in your area or the condition of things in your vicinity, trust me, a lot of people go, oh, we don't have roads, we don't have schools, our health facility is like this, there's always going to be a problem, because the economist has told us that the human wants are unlimited most times, and because there's so many things that they have to put or develop in our society. So should we? And some would argue, the money that they are using is not much. There was once upon a time here on Hard Facts, we talked about how much they used on Hard Facts. We talked about how much they used for entertainment in Abia State. They used for entertainment, I think, in 2 other states.